Hey, welcome in. FG here. So, at last, we're going to do the last coin from the Canadian bag. And oddly enough, this coin is what led me to this dealer and looking at all of his coins he had for sale to start with. And it is going to be a coin for Angola, 1955. Still get cartwheel luster on it. It is a superb coin. So it's 20 escudos. Just get such detail still. I was really impressed with this coin. That's why I went looking at his other coins, and all his other coins really ended up being great coins also. You can see a horse and an elephant. Pretty cool. All right, let's put the Numista page up here. So we can see that it is Angola. At this point in time, it was an overseas province of Portugal. Portugal colonized a large portion of Africa at one point in time. So, looking at the reverse of the coin, you can see it represents Portugal on there. And there are a number of African countries or overseas provinces of Portugal that have coins that look similar to this, with just the country that it's representing being different. But we can see it's our coin was from 1955. It's 20 escudos, 0.720 silver, 10 grams. So it's about the size overall of like one of our half dollars, a US half dollar. Not quite as much silver in it though. Let's see. Not a lot of other details on this, since almost all of these coins follow pretty much the same design. So let's scroll down. And we can see that this coin was minted for 2 years, 52 and 55, both right around $1 million. And this coin being, I would call it unk, should be in like mid to high teens for numismatic value. If we look down, the bullion value is about $8.50. So, numismatic value about double bullion value. If we look down on eBay right now, there's some graded examples, and we can see that there's a couple of sales there. One that's pretty dark toned looking for about 15 bucks. You can get one from this other listing for 22. And if we look at the page, you'll remember this is the Canadian dealer. So if we look here, here's our item, Angola, 20 escudos. And I paid $18 Canadian for that coin. So 18 Canadian converts to about $13 US. So I got this coin for just a fraction over $13. So that's pretty good. We can see it's almost 1/4 of an ounce of silver weight. So great coin. Let's take a look at it on the map, and we can actually see it's on the west coast of southern Africa here. We'll go ahead and zoom in on it, even though this one's big enough that we don't really need to zoom. But we will see it fill in because this is my first coin for Angola. So Angola achieved independence from Portugal in 1975. So about 20 years after this coin was minted. And there have been some other conflicts in Angola. but since the early 2000s, it's been relatively stable constitutional republic. So there we go. Let's check where it goes in our book. This being an A, it's going to be right here on our first page. So if we're looking here, right up here at the top we have Andorra, and the next coin over would be Angola. So it's going right here. And if we look at the first page is pretty full. We have Albania here on the top, Andorra, our new coin for Angola. Then we had our 2 coins for Argentina. I have a bunch of coins for Australia in here. If I need extra room in the front half of the book, I'll probably take one of these out and shuffle stuff backwards into this space. And then down here on the bottom row we have 3 coins from Austria. So looking pretty good. We only need, let's see, 2, 4, 5 more coins to fill up our first page if it was the A's. And maybe I'll go through and look for the A's in my backlog and we'll see what we can do there. All right, so that is it for that. We're just about to send out our pirate bar. We're printing up a case for it. As soon as I'm done here, I'll turn the 3D printer on. We're also going to be sending out our prototype 2 round. This has been spoken for. You can see the relief on it. It is 1.01 ounces, and we stamped it P2 for prototype 2. This one was our prototype 1, so the very first one of these that we did. It was 1.04 ounces. And then starting with these, we actually have our numbered. So number 1, number 2, number 3's been spoken for. Number 4's already gone out. Number 4 was a Rolo style, so it was even a little bit smaller around diameter than this and had hammered edges. And we still have a couple of our little half ounce buttons. These I'm not numbering, and they're somewhere around half an ounce. So like that one's 0.51. This one's 0.6. So those are a little bit harder for me to get exact. I'm just saying that they are what they are, whatever the weight is, somewhere around half an ounce. So, and we still have this. This was one of the original skull rounds that I cast in silver, and I still love the toning that's down deep in the cracks and in the eyes. It almost makes the eyes shine. Let's see if I can get some light on it here. They glisten. I've always liked this one. This was the first one of these I did. It's 1.11 ounces. So this one has a rough stamp on the back. I'm not sure if I'll ever sell that one, but I've gotten better at the stamping as time has gone by. Anyways, that's it for this morning. Thanks for joining me on your Thursday, and I appreciate all the subs. We're a little bit past 550 now, still working towards that 1,000, and that'll be it for today. So I will catch you in the next one.